Scorpio, welcome in. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at your energy for the next couple weeks. So let's get into it. I have a Sage Smudge bundle that we will start with an energy cleansing. It's a little windy outside, but I'm sure I can get it to light. I am currently on a little adventure, so my surroundings have changed. I am deepening my practice, my understanding of Ayurveda. So the videos for the next few weeks are going to be in our natural surroundings. How exciting. So I hope that all is going well in your world. It's been a little bit crazy. It's been a little bit oppressive, I would say is probably a good word for it. We're coming up against people, places, and things that are challenging us, are triggering us, are kind of poking the bear is what I'm hearing. And it's our job to the best of our ability, remain as grounded and stable within ourselves. But that's like way easier said than done. That's why we start out with these energy cleansings. I'm using a sage that has been soaked in dragon blood resin. It really helps amplify protection, cleansing, purification, and connection with our spiritual center, our spiritual self, or Atma. So Scorpio, we'll start out with a little bit of a blessing. It's a great time to set your own intention as well. If you would like Spirit to deliver specific messages or answer certain questions, definitely now is the time to give that to Spirit and to be open to receive. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure love and grace. I release anything that is not for the highest and best. Any fear, doubt, insecurity, lack of worth, lack of value, anger, frustration, tension, remove it from our being. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, so Scorpio, as I was preparing for your reading today, I was hearing this value of not being afraid. And as I say that, the Chaos card pops up with Create, and Play popped out onto the floor. So I really love this energy for you because it is talking about how there is this need to really find a way amidst the chaos to have fun, to lighten your spirit, to not get so down and out, not feel so overwhelmed with those emotions. I know that's easier said than done. You're a water sign. So when there is a lot of emotional triggering, especially in the astrology, it makes it like way harder just to be okay, to not take things personally or to not feel less than or unworthy or grief or helpless, etc. So we're moving through these emotions, through these feelings right now to give us a better grounding, stabilization of support for our mind, our body, and soul. When we have that stronger foundation, we can make better choices for ourselves. Choices that are more in alignment with who we are and with what we want. Spirit has this harvest that is waiting for you. I love that. Or that is in the process of coming in. There's some fear around whether or not you're going to see this abundance, whether or not you're going to see this bear fruit. It feels a little, again, I mean, there's a lot. I just keep blaming it on the astrology because there's so much going on. There's just a lot of tension around how it makes us feel about ourselves, about other people, about what we're doing, who we're engaging with. And it is some deep soul work, meaning we're healing on a deeper level. Those triggerings, you know, from childhood, those generational woundings, curses, however you understand, are really being brought to the surface with Pluto moving into Aquarius. And now is our time to have awareness, have understanding. And I'm not saying you have to go on this like big healing journey if it's not your vibe, but just to recognize it, to understand it, really helps us integrate it better into our life, understand ourselves, understand how we move, simplify, chipping away at things that are not worth your time and energy. Really not feeling the responsibility to take everything on. And how can you find better ways to honor and support yourself within that? Maybe it is as simple as you know, just having better boundaries with people, places, and things, knowing when to, hey, I gotta go do this, or exit a situation, or when to just not even engage at all. Finding mechanisms that allow you to support yourself and then not feeling guilty for doing that. It is about moving in the flow. So as much as we need to have this level of like concrete awareness, right? Awareness of what is happening in our environment, how people are operating, really tapping in, tuning into those intuitive messages. At the same time, we have to be open to the flow, to be flexible with what is transpiring. It helps us learn who and what to connect with better, right? Who, like, instead of trying to weed out a bunch of people and situations, we can use those intuitive guidances to say, this doesn't work for me, or wow, this has a lot of synergy and harmony. I'm going to explore this a little bit deeper. And remembering that, like, it's a process, it's a journey. Ayurveda has this very beautiful belief in slow and steady wins the race. For me personally, that's like very counterintuitive. I love getting things done very quickly. It's been a very good practice to be able to understand that when we honor ourselves, mind, body, soul, through living in a slower way or taking our time with things, making sure it really does resonate with us and feel right for us, that's where we find happiness, peace, longevity, fulfillment, health, well-being, etc. And I think that's pretty dope. I think it's pretty awesome that we can adjust how we show up for ourselves, how we show up for our life. And it's actually about slowing down, being more aware, more in tune. And that's where abundance and fulfillment lives, right? It's not just the pushing. It's not just making something happen. That's all masculine energy. And the divine feminine, which I think there is a re-enlivening just in the collective. People are becoming more aware. We're tapping into that as a society, as on a global scale, really, you know, just with the advent of various things that really promote the understanding, the awareness of the value of the divine feminine energy. And you are figuring out how that all fits for you. Not just tapping into your feminine side. Virgo is feminine energy, the Hermit. This is all about being calculated on how you move forward. What are your next steps? And not letting outside influences infiltrate that. The Hermit listens to his own light. He's very in tune with himself, or he removes himself from, you know, the chaos, simplifies what he needs to do in order to listen to his inner voice and be able to follow that direction, that guidance for himself. So Spirit really is asking you to take a step back and listen so that you can better understand where you want to make choices that honor and align with you that much more. Make better choices for yourself. You have a new beginning with this Ace of Pentacles, and it feels like it's bringing about new beginnings, yes, but like success, and there is abundance wrapped in it. You are stepping into this level of a little bit more stability in your life, and this is from that practical standpoint. So as much as we were talking about how overwhelming emotions and feelings can be, at the same time, you're looking for strategic ways to ground yourself, to be more stable, to set yourself up for success. And you know, unfortunately, right now, just collectively, period, and when we're going through these types of dynamics, we end up running into people, places, and things that don't really support our highest and best. Someone or something is, you know, kind of being a little bit shady and sneaky about, I don't know. I feel like someone's hiding something from you with this Seven of Swords. You're kind of in your own world for the next couple weeks, and I like that for you, Scorpio, because you're giving yourself, your heart, your mind, your soul space. Let me clarify this. Okay. So with the Empress, we have a mother figure, or that divine feminine energy I was talking about coming. This is someone outside of you. This is someone who either I hear this as like family or very close friend, someone you might look up to, you might respect. Someone who is having a really hard time. I feel like there was some type of conflict between you two. I'm going to pull a little bit more on this individual and why they're popping up. So they're trying to figure out options to approach you. I feel like they're having a really hard time doing it though with the Strength card. They want to reconnect, they want to rebuild with you, they want to bring in more stability, but unfortunately we have the Seven of Swords as what's connecting your energies over the next couple weeks. And to me, with this Hermit Ace of Pentacles, you've really removed yourself from this. You know, you're kind of looking more towards, where am I finding my abundance? Where am I finding my harvest? Where do I need to put my time and energy so I'm seeing reciprocity for the energy that I keep giving out? I feel like this Empress is someone who has hindered this for you, who has made you think or feel bad about yourself, like what you're doing is wrong, that you're too weird, or you're not being practical about your approach. They've put a lot of expectations and criticism and judgment on you. And again, I do feel like this is more someone that you've looked up to, that was a maternal figure, or, you know, someone that you did want their love and affection. You wanted that exchange. You wanted to understand their wisdom so you could implement that in your own life. But things have come to a halt with the world. That's why they're in this Seven of Cups energy, really trying to assess what the options are. But I don't know, there's someone or something that's like, we're seeing this all across the collective. This Queen of Pentacles, I do feel, is blocking this Empress energy. So multiple people involved in this situation. Sorry, I had an ant biting me. Yay. Yay to being outside. Multiple people involved in this situation. Multiple people watching you. Multiple people wanting to know what you're up to, what you're doing. Yeah, because you've gone off on your own. Nine of Pentacles, Hermit energy is really talking about how you've you've left the herd, so to speak. You know, you really have stuck true to yourself during this time. It hasn't been easy at all. I feel like that's where that overwhelm comes up, especially as it relates to money, finances, your feelings of stability and support in your material life. You've questioned a lot of this stuff, right? Like, you've questioned yourself, you've questioned your belief, your approach. So many people, we have the Empress and the Emperor popping up. So either, you know, I don't like to get too much into the fear mongering, but either like people were, I feel like gossip, like working against you-ish. You know, only take that if it resonates. Obviously, these are collective readings, but it definitely has this vibe of like, you know, people gossiping, talking about you behind the scenes, trying to figure out like strategies. I'm hearing strategies, I'm hearing planning, but also being very protective of their own energy, of their own appearances, how they come across to other people, places, and things. And that's where this gossip is coming into play, right? It's people who haven't, again, respected your path, what you're trying to do, how you're trying to move. There's been a lot of judgment. There's been a lot of criticism, and it has brought out a lot of feelings within you, but it's also forced you to move, look at things with a new perspective, and be more, you know, faithful to yourself, to your own heart, your own passions, your own desires. It's forced you to become stronger. And I'm hearing this as well, like stepping into your Empress energy at the same time, which is not easy to do, especially when we feel like people are pushing us down or shaming our name or not really giving us the benefit of the doubt, not allowing us to be heard. There is this energy in the collective where people are intentionally trying to block us from speaking our truth, allowing that throat chakra to be open, your honesty, your, you know, what's important to you to be expressed, however that fares, whether that's in relationships or family, in your business, wanting to expand, wanting to grow, finding ways that you can be more authentic to yourself. People are really trying to block that because of, you know, Pluto moving into retrograde and into Aquarius. Lots of testing going on. Lots of testing in ways that some of the stuff we're aware of, but some of it we're not. Black Moon Lilith is in opposition to Neptune right now. So she's kind of playing with not only our emotions and feelings, but again, those intuitive messages. She's playing with the illusion component. So how we see people, how we understand situations and dynamics, we really do have to pay attention right now, Scorpio. And especially with this Seven of Swords energy in your environment, so many people are popping up in this reading for you. It is talking about being, you know, more trustful of yourself, trustful of your instincts, finding ways to exit situations or not go down a certain path with person, place, or thing. Oop, I picked it up upside down. Ooh, tame and attain. I actually love this. This is pretty awesome. Yeah, so finding out how to tame those emotions and feelings, you know, when we want to pop off at someone for being an asshole or, you know, we feel like they're not giving us fairness, reciprocity, understanding, etc. As much as maybe that feels good on the ego gratifying level, it really isn't in alignment with what we're trying to step into. The new timeline, a level up, so to speak, being able to operate at a higher function of living, enlightenment, if you will. Maybe I shouldn't use that word because there's a lot of things around that, but it is about like having this breakthrough, right? Like being the better version of ourselves by having a little more patience by taming that wild beast within, Scorpio. I love it. All right. Oh yeah, claim your power. Not letting people, places, and things disempower you, even if you feel like it's coming from all fronts. Because that's definitely like this group of people, individuals that you're dealing with. It definitely feels like there's some oppression. There's people trying to distract you. There's people trying to, you know, whether they know it or not, it is kind of this underlying like wanting your attention, wanting your affection, wanting you to fixate and focus on them and make them feel better while you kind of disempower yourselves. And those are places that we have to be really mindful of, really cognizant of, especially when people are kind of, you know, showing up in this way of Emperor, Empress energy, because they're already getting a lot of attention, a lot of accolades from people around them, right? And this is the value of just kind of knowing how, or listening to those intuitive instincts, especially when you see people acting, behaving in a certain way, saying certain things. And then from that, like really finding your breakthrough moment, pushing through and letting it go and releasing, letting people live how they want to live, do what they want to do, but you don't have to be a part of it, right? You don't have to be a part of it. And that is claiming your power. And those are the action steps that are going to lead you towards success. So I hope you appreciated, Scorpio. Thank you so much for your time and energy always, especially if you've made it this far in the video. It really blesses my heart. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how the energy resonates, or, you know, if you just want a little love, I love to support and love always. So thank you again, sending all the love and blessings your way.